Have you ever felt less than others who are crushing it in your sector? If you've ever compared yourself to them and thought, I can never compete, this video will make you think again. Even if you're a total beginner in your business, you're not a beginner at life. Whether you're young or old, rich or poor, male or female, black or white, or any colour in between, your experiences, ups and downs, failures and successes have made you the person you are. And that experience contains lessons that will be powerful and valuable to others. But before we get on to that, I'm going to invite you to join my channel, hit the button that says subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications so you can get regular updates about the content on this channel. If people aren't buying into you, it's because you're not giving them a strong enough reason to. There are challenges that you've been through that they're having too. There are important lessons life and business has taught you, lessons that could benefit them. If you're further ahead in the thing that's standing in the way of them having the business and life they long for, they'll willingly pay for your wisdom and experience. But if you hold back from telling them about your tough times and fails, if you just show the shiny, Instagrammable side of yourself, people will see you as unrelatable. They'll sense you're being inauthentic and presenting a doctored version of yourself. They'll pick up on your insecurity and it will turn them off. You see, people want leaders today, and the best leaders wear their battle scars on their sleeves for everyone to see. So I'm going to tell you how I came to realise that connection is the most powerful force in the world. As a child of addiction, I lived with inconsistency and chaos. As a result, and like many children of addicts and alcoholics, I formed the conclusion early in life that I could only rely on myself. Although there were some happy moments and successes in my childhood, including being sent to boarding school by the local authority, where I excelled in my studies and became head girl, I never really challenged this underlying belief until my life came crashing down in my 40s. I got cancer, my husband had an affair and ran away overnight. I invested with some bad guys in property who lost me money, and all this happened at the same time. I was broken, totally broken. I realised during those dark days that the conclusion I'd formed early on, that only I could create my success and happiness in life, was a flawed belief based on being repeatedly let down by adults I trusted. Not only was it a belief that I myself had formed, it was a belief that was also reinforced by my father, who often said, "You make your own luck." I think his intentions were positive and that he was trying to motivate me and tell me that nothing good comes easy in life, which is of course true. But because of my history and experience, I interpreted this in a certain way. And so I went out into the world believing I didn't have the power to shape my relationships or demand anything of others. Brené Brown says we're hardwired to connect with others. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives, and without it there is suffering. This is so true, but with my troubled history and background, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. I didn't expect anything from others. I didn't ask for anything, and I put up with behaviour that was unacceptable in both my business and my personal life for too long. I suffered exploitative relationships, exploitative bosses, and exploitative business partners. I lost money to people who helped themselves to my vulnerability and goodwill, and one day I simply reached rock bottom. That was the day I said no more. The pain had become too great and something had to change. From that day on, I prioritised authentic connection in all its forms. I committed to zero tolerance for bad behaviour from others, and I immediately exited any relationship when I sensed a lack of kindness or respect. I put authentic connection so high on my agenda that I didn't even care if I had to sacrifice everything to have it. I decided I would rather live on the streets before being forced to engage with someone I didn't like or respect again, or who wasn't committed to the same ethics and high standards of behaviour that I showed to others. I wrote my book during this time, which looks at the power of entrepreneurial relationships and why the most successful businesses put people before profit. Then I founded my Smart Connector business, which looks at connection to the world and how to resonate and build rapport in a sea of noise. I realised that apart from using smart technology and smart people who knew how to make it work, it really was all about being someone that resonates with others, someone they feel is their kind of person. And since most people in the world have a good heart and want to make a difference to others, they're looking for trusted guides and leaders who have those values too. Since I embraced this zero tolerance philosophy, my life changed in truly miraculous ways. The first thing I noticed was that the same users as before would appear, but they would just fade away as soon as they realised what I was all about. No need for drama. I was just 100% myself, and they saw what they were up against and slunk off to find easier pickings elsewhere. The next thing I noticed was that all the best people started stepping up to choose me, making me their number one choice, even though they could have chosen many others with more experience and credibility. Clients, joint venture partners, investors, they all wanted me. They came bearing incredible gifts that literally shocked me with their magnitude. Their fun, their wisdom, their business opportunities, money. Suddenly it was everywhere. It was like a brand new version of my life, a happy version, with bright colours and flowers and laughter. The overall experience was so different, and once you own your authentic truth and start expressing it, set standards and stand up for yourself and what you know to be right, things will change very, very quickly for you too. But don't just take my word for this. Look at industry giants like Oprah Winfrey, Stephen Covey and Tony Robbins. What qualified them to share their advice? They just began writing and speaking their truth, and because everything they said came from the heart, people stepped up to listen, and they came back for more, time and time again. Here's a story of how being yourself can impact the success of your business. In 2007, Starbucks suffered the worst decline in the company's history. The founder, Howard Schultz, returned to the helm of the company he'd founded, but having left at the peak of its success in 2000, now he faced a challenging mission to lead a turnaround of a failing company he had built from scratch. He famously broke down in tears in front of his 180,000 employees, confessing that his leadership team, led by him, had let them and their families down. He was brutally honest about how desperate the situation was and made sure everyone knew they had to personally be accountable and responsible for the outcome of every single customer interaction, or the company wouldn't survive. His transparency and vulnerability united and energized the entire business, and Starbucks quickly recovered momentum to become one of the most powerful businesses and brands on the planet. So stop faking it till you make it and be the real you. You are good enough. Your unique lessons in business and life are valuable to others and will make them step up to choose you. And those that don't are not your people and never would have been. Your truth is valid and your pain is your wisdom. Be real always. If you've liked this video, why not hit the thumbs up button and dive into the comments section below and let me know whether this video was helpful to you. I'm here every week and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you want to go deeper and find the perfect people for you, and release your vulnerability and power, just click the link beneath this description to get instant access to further resources. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.